Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to another video. Guys, on today's video, we're going to be continuing to talk about yesterday's brilliant match against Bayern Munich, in which Barcelona absolutely crushed, demolished Bayern Munich 4-1. We're going to be talking about some of the standouts from that match, and as well, we're going to be talking about the sensations that the team gave. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms. Everything is posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys to stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. And as well, guys, if you guys haven't seen the match reaction, go make sure to check it out. And as well, if you guys do want to basically hear my thoughts about the entirety of the match as the match was progressing, go make sure to watch the watch along as I have posted on the channel. But guys, let's get straight into the video. All right, guys, let's get straight into the video. Let's first talk about Hansi Flick, the man at the helm who orchestrated this Barcelona victory. And I first want to give props to Hansi Flick for the work that he has been able to do at Barcelona, turning this team completely around, absolutely basically revolutionizing the team, not only defensively but offensively, working that high line, but also as well on the goals. And the man who right now is is basically the most talked manager in the world. Looking at the transformation that he has been able to give and do at Barcelona, and I wanted to bring you some interesting stats, guys. And now Barcelona, in the last 13 matches, guys, Barcelona scored 43 goals, averaging 3.3 goals per match. It's absolutely insane the amount of goals that this Barcelona team are able to score. And in yesterday's match against Bayern Munich, guys, Barcelona, we only had 4 shots on target and we scored 4 goals. That talks about the clinical nature of Barcelona in yesterday's match, in which I thought, we were up against a very, very difficult opponent. I was seeing, some comments on social media, on YouTube and everything, just analyzing some videos, that people were saying that Bayern Munich, they played poorly. And I disagree. I don't think that Bayern Munich necessarily played poorly on the night. I think Bayern Munich, they gave a very, very good showing of themselves. When the game became equalized at 1-1 and you saw Harry Kane, and even in the early, I would say 20 to 25 minutes, Bayern Munich, they were the better team. Bayern Munich were putting Barcelona under a lot of pressure, and Barcelona able to weather that storm, bounce back, and were able to take the lead. But if not for Barcelona's mentality and grit in weathering that storm, Bayern Munich, they had the opportunities to increase the lead and to basically overcome that deficit. And I still think that Bayern Munich, they gave a good showing in yesterday's match. Just Barcelona, they were much better. I also wanted to mention, guys, that with Barcelona's victory last night in the Champions League against Bayern Munich, for the first time in 25 years, Barcelona, we've won a UCL match with less than 43% possession. And that is something that you have to give props to, because Barcelona is a team that if they do not have control of the match, we cannot win. That's something been of the past and that has been criticized. But Hansi Flick changing that, saying that, hey, we don't always need the ball to be clinical. And also another stat that I wanted to give you guys is that Barcelona last night against Bayern Munich, they started with 6 homegrown players and they ended the match with 7. La Masia at the core of our success. And you've seen Hansi Flick, you've seen Laporta, you've seen Deco, you've seen a lot of influential Barcelona figures talk about that, saying that La Masia at its core is what brings Barcelona success. And I completely agree. But now, guys, I want to be talking about the man of the match of yesterday's huge dominant victory against Bayern Munich. The man who on the pitch, scored that hat trick and the MVP of the night. I want to talk about Raphinha, guys, because Raphinha has been absolutely world class this season, and he's arguably, among the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world. He's up there competing with Lamine Yamal as well, another Barcelona player. But Vinny Jr., your Haalands. And so far, in 13 games this season, Raphinha has 9 goals and 8 assists, 17 GA in 13 matches. Absolutely ridiculous. And when you look at Raphinha's last 5 matches in the Champions League, he has 2 goals, against PSG in the away leg. He has a goal in the home leg, in which we unfortunately were knocked out. He didn't score or assist in the game against Monaco, in which we did lose. And Raphinha, he didn't have a great showing, but against young boys in the Champions League, he picked up a goal, and as well, he picked up an assist. And when you look at his most recent performance against Bayern Munich, he has a hat trick. And so right there, 7 goals and 1 assist in his last 5 games in the UCL. Absolutely crazy. A man built for the big occasions. And guys, what can Rafinha do? And he's even said it himself, the best is yet to come. And I want to also talk about another standout player in regards to Fermin Lopez. I want to give him credit, guys, because Fermin Lopez, he was absolutely, it was a big call. It was a big call to bring him on for this type of match, but Fermin Lopez performed. And Fermin Lopez in 2024, when you look at his performances in the games that he has played against Getafe, throughout the year, a goal against Napoli, a goal against Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, a goal, Almeria, 2 goals, a brace, Sevilla, a goal, the goals in the Olympics, a brace, a goal in the semi-final against Morocco, and a brace as well against France, and Bayern Munich, 2 assists. Fermin Lopez has been absolutely unstoppable in 2024, and he is a player that can add so much to this team. And Barcelona, they're just so lucky to have a gem on their hands, and hopefully Fermin Lopez can do so much more in this team. I want to give him credit because he was in that. He was pivotal for Barcelona's opening goal and as well as our second. He was pivotal in those actions. His off the ball movement was crazy. The ability for him to get out of tight situations at times. You saw Joshua Kimmich get booked a couple of times because of that. And so, Fermin Lopez right there providing the quality that Barcelona they did need in that match. And I also want to talk about Robert Lewandowski, who I will admit he didn't have the best game last night, but he did do his job. He wasn't among Barcelona's best players, but he was influential. And Robert Lewandowski, he's now getting closer to that elusive figure of 100 goals in the UCL. He has scored 97 goals right now, and he's only behind Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. And he also scored against 36 different opponents. He did score against Bayern Munich, in which he didn't really celebrate, obviously. And talking about that, Robert Lewandowski wasn't necessarily at his finest in yesterday's match. He did have an opportunity to make it 5-1 or even 6-1. You had that chance with Daniel Olmo giving him a fantastic pass. You also had Lamine Yamal giving him a brilliant cross. Robert Lewandowski unable to put away those chances. But Robert Lewandowski, a striker of world-class quality. And I've said it again, time and time again. Barcelona, if they are to have success, Robert Lewandowski, he is going to have to get those goals. And, he's getting closer to that elusive 100 figure. And so could we see him reach that this season? Hopefully that is the case. And I also want to credit the team, guys, because Barcelona, right, and yesterday, stats being brought by Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona ran 126 kilometers against Bayern Munich yesterday compared to Bayern Munich, who only ran 120. In Barcelona's 8-2 loss in 2020, Barcelona had only run 98. So roughly Barcelona ran roughly 30 more kilometers in yesterday's match, and that talks about the intensity in which Barcelona played in yesterday's match. And obviously, Barcelona are going to be feeling fatigued, and Hansi Flick, he did see the team exhausted, and he understands that these next couple of days Barcelona are going to have to rest and recuperate in order to be well rested and ready for our weekend's game against Real Madrid. But I want to credit that. I want to mention that because some people they talk about Barcelona and they don't view them as a high intensity team, and this is something that's been criticized of Barcelona in the past, a team who wasn't aggressive, who wasn't good off the ball. That is nowhere near the case today. Barcelona right now, they're both amazing on the ball and off it for the amount of distance that they are able to cover. And so, guys, I wanted to talk about those stats. I wanted to give credit to those players as well. Later tonight when we have our episode in which we do discuss about the match a little bit more, and we talk about Saturday's match against Real Madrid, we're going to be looking at about Bayern Munich and Real Madrid in a little bit more detail. But I wanted to talk about some of the things that were of vital and some key takeaways from the Bayern game. But guys, let me know your guys' thoughts on everything that I discussed on today's video. And hopefully I do see you guys tonight, 9 p.m. EST for that episode. But guys, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.